If you know someone's lifestyle does not suit you, why harm them? Why not just cut it off and walk away? Hi guys, welcome to QM's Couch. Do get comfortable. If this is your first time joining me, I appreciate you for being here. If this is not your first time, welcome back. It's the month of love, and of course, this is where we get to celebrate that special feeling that we share amongst family, friends, loved ones, colleagues, and everyone else around us, because it's not just romantic love that exists. And speaking of romantic love, a lot of us believe that love itself is a scam. And who would blame them? So many stories, so many situations keep popping up that make them lean towards that sentiment. So I think this is a perfect time for us to look at these stories, dissect them a little bit, and see if we can still reconnect with what the true essence of love is.
Nobody hacked my account. Let me talk with you one talk.
It's no news that Tuface and Annie Idibia's relationship has been very unstable to the full glare of fans across Nigeria and beyond. It's been clear that fame, personal challenges, and unresolved issues, public squabbles, accusations of infidelity, and a complex family dynamic have unavoidably led to the breakup of one of Nigeria's most famous couples. On the night of January 26, 2025, Tuface released a statement via his Instagram announcing their separation. He promised to share more details and tell his side of the story to his fans soon. He posted a video confirming his account was not hacked and that the separation and divorce were real. Over the following days, Tuface explained on social media that he didn't leave Annie without his reasons. He shared a statement which reads, and I quote, "Annie stood by me when I was living my life and having children everywhere, but that doesn't mean she's a saint. I stopped cheating on her after the last time I cheated and apologized. I am a changed man now. I had to forego my joy, having multiple women, for her out of love. Do you think I just left her for no reason? I am single and searching for true love again. I know better than destroying Annie's reputation on social media." End quote. There have been many reactions to this development, people choosing sides and others trying to fully understand the situation and judge objectively. Many are also speaking on the impact of this issue on Annie's health and the well-being of their children. There we go. There has always been trouble in paradise from the outset. I really don't think that their marriage had been smooth from the beginning. It seemed like Two-Face felt like he owed Annie the marriage because she had been with him for so long. Annie sacrificed a whole lot for him. So it looked like, okay, it was a fair thing to do. But really, when it comes to a lifetime commitment, is that really how one wants to start a marriage? We don't know the straw that broke the camel's back. But I feel Annie should have seen this coming. She should have seen this coming because, for starters, I am not someone who encourages men to have multiple partners. That whole men are wired to cheat premise. I feel it's just an excuse to cover up for lack of self-control. I feel the exact same kind of respect and dedication and decency and sacrifice that you expect from your woman, the man should also be willing to bring it to the table. Even if, as a man, you are not able to stay committed to one woman, at least let your partner know. Let her always be aware of who you are so that if what you're bringing to the table is what she wants to digest, she can go ahead. So that's one thing that Two-Face did. He never hid who he was. He was always very clear about the kind of man he is. He said it in the track that he did with Peruzzi, Amaka. I like woman, I did straightforward. He was transparent. He showed that he's not a one-woman kind of man. And he even said it in the statement he released that, okay, he had to forego his joy, which is being with multiple women, for Annie. So them getting married was more like Two-Face. It looks more like Two-Face felt, okay, I owed Annie the marriage. So at this point, this is sort of like the bridge. Annie said, okay, I'll cross it when I get to it. But she had always been in denial and refused to cross the bridge. I just wished that she didn't wait until Two-Face dumped this on her before she realized what to do. I mean, you're bringing children into the world. You're going to have a family with this man. Is this dysfunction what you wanted to live your life with? She should have made this. She should have cut her losses a long time ago. When it comes to love, you cannot do it out of pity. You have to be sincere. And no matter how painful it is, if someone is not going to respect your boundaries, if someone is not willing to live the kind of life that both of you will make sacrifices for each other equally, then I think you cut your losses and walk away. But it's not too late. I believe very strongly that Annie is a very strong woman. She is a brand on her own. She just let it be overshadowed by the image of being Two-Face's wife and the issues surrounding her. They all got her distracted and derailed her from her own personal vision for her own life. This is the opportunity, this is the reality check that she needs. She has two daughters to be strong for. So she can be that role model and show them how they can pick themselves up when they fall and move on with their lives. Annie is a brand and she can build on that. Love alone is not enough. Believe who they are when they show you. Two-Face made it clear from the start he is not a one-woman kind of man. But like I said, I'm a huge fan of that woman. She is strong, a brand on her own, and she can definitely pick herself up and move on. In late January 2025, a tragic incident occurred in Anambra State. A man set his wife ablaze following a disagreement. The wife sustained severe burns and unfortunately died from her injuries. A short video on social media showed the woman wriggling on the ground with burns and cursing her husband for his actions. It was gathered that as the argument intensified, the man quickly poured fuel on her, setting her ablaze. Sources said the man had accused his wife of being wayward and flirting with other men, an allegation that sparked off an argument between them. Looking deeper into the case, I found out that there was a time he did threaten to do this to her. He threatened that he was going to set her ablaze one of these days, and she complained to the neighbors, complained to her family and her in-laws. This is what her husband said in case anything happens. Now she's gone, and the man most likely will go away for the rest of his life. There is marriage counseling before you get married. There is courtship before you get married. Know who you are marrying. Not because of pressure from society. We should be more intuitive to signals. When our partners do not reciprocate the love that we give them during courtship, don't expect a change after marriage. It's more like medicine after death. In situations like this, everybody needs to rally around the couple. Nobody needs to say, oh, marriage is for better or worse. The worst is the person being killed by that abusive partner, whether male or female. And the men should also be encouraged to speak up, because the women, in as much as more women turn out to be victims, and there are also men who are victims who lose their lives as well. And innocent children are being dragged into such dysfunctional family dynamic, and then the cycle of destruction continues. I didn't bring these stories forward so that we celebrate the traumatic side of love. No, I brought these stories forward because in this month of love, I think we need to be more deliberate about how we choose to be loved and how we choose to love. Open your heart for love, but be very decisive on how you want to be loved. When you notice something dangerous, please walk away. Love for yourself is most important than the love you are expecting from people. Love yourself more than anyone else can love you. Then you will know what you should not take and what you can tolerate. Life is so much more beautiful when we are pure hearted in our dealing with each other. So, in this month of love, please do remember to love yourself, love God, and of course, love each other. Thank you so much for joining me on QM's Couch. I'll see you in another episode. Stay blessed.